Welcome.
Hey,
Di-
thank
di-
you.
directly from Tenerife at night. So on a square, you are on a square in the
Yes,
moment. Yes.
yes.
Uh, and we're actually at the Nightfly, our show, where we're going a little bit closer to the people. They give their experience, their life skills, their life experience, so we can, yeah, talk over personal stuff. If somebody knows, it's anybody, it's nobody watching anyway, so don't worry. so, so feel
It makes
free.
me safe. No.
Yeah, nobody is listening to anyway. So and but yeah, Estefania, this is great. We're working together since a while in a couple things, but you have a pretty interesting life already. Uh,
I think I
behind
do.
you,
I,
yeah,
I,
behind you.
I, I am. I actually, to be honest, I'm start loving and liking my own life.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
You didn't love it before.
yes, I did. The difference, like between 5 years ago and now, it's been like I've been reinventing. So I stopped working for someone else. I start working on my own ideas and see how far I could go creating and setting my own business and be an entrepreneur and be wherever I want. I love traveling. I love meeting new people. So it's freedom.
Yeah.
So freedom in every sense. So it means I can choose for myself where to go, who to be with, when, and that's why I feel nowadays that I have that sense of freedom.
Okay. And where was your life? Let's say where do you start with beginning your life, or what was the problems in the past where you realize now what's different, or what you have to achieve to come to that point, even on thinking. Well, we will enter
Yes,
in some projects of you anyway, what you're
yes,
doing. So, but is
yes.
there what was the life before?
That is a great question. I mean, don't get me wrong. I always loved my life, right? But I consider myself. I love to grow.
Mhm.
So that sometimes in your life that you said, or you feel stuck and you say, I need to grow on things. So
Yeah.
what happened like 7 years ago, I was living in London and I realized that I was not physical, emotional well. I was actually with someone in a relationship. So things were not going as I wanted to. Communication was failing and there was no understanding. So I said, I need to change
Yeah.
because if I don't change, nothing happens. So I decided to move out of London, came back home, and I took 2 years off just to realize what I really wanted in my life, what I wanted to
Okay.
do, what I wanted to grow, and also I wanted to cure from a disease. So all these things in 2 years, I started moving my head around, starting meditating and quieting and be in a still way that I could actually listen for
Mhm.
first time and said, hey, I want to create this kind of life
Okay.
and to travel. I want to have my own business. I don't want to be independent on someone. I want to create my own money. I want money not to be a problem. If I want to buy this or I want to give this money away, there's no problem.
Yeah.
So I start planning and designing my own life. However, that took a lot, like a few steps, because before you get to that point, you need to reinvent your thinking.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not saying that I'm very proud of the family that I grew up, and being honest, there are a lot of things that I have to front to say, okay, this is my family,
Mm-hmm.
but this is not the way that I want to live in the future,
Okay.
right? I
Yeah.
want
To
to
make a
prove,
decision. Yeah. To make a
yes,
decision and grow out of the family with the roots of the family. and the
Exactly.
strengths. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Wonderful. And when you moved out from London, you came back, and then and with the disease, you had to suffer a
Yes.
certain way. You had to go. You have to confront doctors and
Yes.
people. They told you to do this and that and back and forward. But how you handled this, and how you made your own decision and your own way.
Um, that's another great question. It comes to relationships and communication all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what happened is that you have to be strong. And so, when I came back home from London, I stopped eating meat.
Mhm.
So of course at home we all eat meat. So I had to front all the comments, all the criticism. So the same happened with the thyroid, the medicine. So basically, I visited the doctor and said suddenly, I'm going to stop taking this tablet because of course it helped me for 7 years, but now I want to stop it. Because I want to stop it. This is actually not curing anything. This is actually just putting the disease temporarily aside. That's it. But the disease is still in me. So I said, you think the way you think, but I'm going to do it my own way. And that's it. And stop taking tablets and start doing other things. And then actually it's just a matter of start believing in what you think that will help you and to achieve what actually you want to achieve. That for me at that moment was to cure myself. So I stopped listening to everybody and go along the way.
Accept yourself.
My body, exactly, and accept myself.
Yeah.
So yes, it was actually very tough because every day I have to front people saying me, you're crazy, you're stopping taking this tablet, your metabolism is going to change, you may get worse. I said, you know what? Just leave me. I love you, but I need to do my own things. I need to take my own decisions. And if I get worse, it's under my own responsibility. And then, you know, when you are honest with people and you speak really from inside, people understand. And then just they leave you alone.
And a lot of people want to do the same and have the same strengths and the same mindset, but they are not strong enough. So that's often the people, they go against you, why they cannot fulfill their own wishes, their own dreams, and they see somebody going their own way, and that gives confrontation sometimes. But the confrontation has nothing to do with you, it's in them.
Exactly. It's a challenge in a way that people can take things personally.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of communication. When you communicate through love, like, hey, with mom, I don't eat meat anymore. I know you gave me a lot of meat when I was a child, but now I decide for myself, my digestion, my metabolism. I feel great. I feel lighter. I feel flexible the way I'm eating.
Yeah.
So
you came out of the problems, the disease. So you were fighting against, and you won.
Yeah.
You winning the whole show. And with the experience you found there and the way you cure yourself, you were going on with yoga, meditation. You found your way through this, or what ways you used to put your mindset and your ego and all the, let's say, the bad habits and the thinking and coming back to old structures. What was the strongest way or the strongest help you got?
The strongest way, it was actually meditating because the thyroid is actually a disease that it's controlled by your nerve system. So if you are relaxed, if you get rid of the anxiety, or at least you bring it down to a level that doesn't disturb you, you can run your life more smoothly. However, if you are overthinking all the time, your metabolism, it's out of its place, out of control. So
Okay.
what happened to me was I created a plan for a year of a lot of exercising, yoga, meditating, eating as much healthy as I could.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
when you really are in a disease, if you're not taking anything, you may experience a lot of different, in my case, it was anxiety for eating. Eating a lot of sweets, eating a lot of things, even, waking up very early and eat.
Yeah.
So I said, what can I do to stop? And I said, no, you can't. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't stop. You just need to let it be. Just let it be, listen to your body, and it will heal itself. So if your body's asking you for this, it means that for 7 years we're taking the tablet.
Yeah.
Your body was very contracted. It was very stuck. It couldn't enjoy, for the things that it really tells you it's life. Enjoy anyway.
It's
no
a
matter
strong
what.
statement. It's a pretty strong statement.
That's when you relax and you let it be, and that's it.
Okay. And with all this experience and the things you feel, you went in and let's say created business out of it. You stayed with meditation. You're doing meditation and yoga for pregnant women and help. And you wrote a book, or you were involved writing a book. What was the title of the book?
The title of the book, it's called Love on Legs.
Okay.
In English.
Okay.
And it's how to become irresistibly attractive.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a book in collaboration with a friend in the UK. She is the original author in the English version. Yeah. And my job, when I read it, I decided to translate into Spanish because I thought it was actually needed in the market for people to transform their life in a very responsible and consciously. So they just needed to really stop and asking questions to themselves to figure it out what they really want. And change happens automatically when you know the answer, because it comes. But you need to start asking questions to yourself, because if you never ask, you don't have to wait for a psychology, a therapist to ask you the questions. You can ask yourself the question and learn to ask better questions.
And you have to have the ability to listen to yourself.
That's the main thing.
But that needs time. That needs gaps in between business and other activities to have the time to hear and understand what your body, your brain, your environment will tell you, and then go forward and exercise. Do it. Do it and get your own experience. And even if you fail, if you have not listened very well, or you maybe try with your ego, or your ego tries you to drive you to another direction, and then you come back and do it again, always you will find a way. That's what you're saying. Actually, with the disease and with the medication and with eating and everything, let it be, let it happen, and then it will come to a good point. That sounds like a little bit, like balance. So it looks like, or it sounds like, there is already a plan set from somewhere to. Okay, that helps a lot. Well, a lot of people are lost and not really knowing where to go. So, but if maybe they can trust in the future, they can trust in the universe that there is something made for them and the way. Some get it early, some late, some never.
Exactly. And you know what helped me to whatever, set a goal or plan or anything, or just visualize and vision, is to write. Because when you write, you give a chance to yourself to express to you, which is the first main person,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
see, wow, this is coming out of me. So this is actually what I'm thinking. And how can I put a plan, or
Yeah,
how can I start taking baby steps at least
yeah,
to maybe in a year or 2 years to get this disease out of my body
yeah.
and just, get a new balanced life and, feel great, because that's the what you want to get. Just an
Uh,
example, really.
I think we should continue and doing well. There are so many experience you have during the time with the disease, and then afterwards working with women, and even I think you work with
Yes,
men, and then being
yes,
involved in the book and some other things. That we setting up something as a little, let's say, serious and giving not advice but knowledge,
yes.
experience to the
Okay,
people out there
okay.
in all kind of ways. I would love to do this, and it sounds like there's a lots of experience you have you could give to people to help, and they definitely will listen. Definitely, they will listen. So
Well, I'm very happy to do that. I can, from my experience, I can share. From
yeah,
my experience, I can, and
yeah, yeah,
if I can provide value within the experience.
yeah. And so I really wish we should set up a couple other appointments to talk and maybe go
Yes,
in certain details, so one step
yes,
after the other, and let the people know out there, and yeah, send it and show it to the people they want to see it, and maybe that helps. And yeah, and you can, yeah, maybe they can get in touch with you if you want, if some people have
yes,
some specific
absolutely, yes.
questions. And so, is there anything I have forgotten with all your activities, with the book, with the, let's say, the yoga for pregnant women, and your life experience, and you mix drinks? I saw you
Yes,
spirulina, and so you on a you vegetarian? You are
I
vegetarian
am.
now?
Yes,
Yes. Okay.
yes,
So in that way, you have experience. Also, you can tell people. You could even cook or help people, show people what they could
yes,
do, while
yes,
we you overcame all everything on your own. So that's a
yes.
very important factor.
There is
So
actually one point that at this time I'm realizing that I'm very excited because I'm becoming a very simple, um, how can I say, woman, in a matter of, um, I don't need to eat as much to
mm,
feel great.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just the basic. I can maybe, I don't know, I can maybe drink 3 smoothies a day, really good ones, and
mm,
feel great for the whole day,
yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah,
feel flexible and feel lighter. Maybe I will have a salad. I love it, but it doesn't, it, I'm just realizing that we actually don't need to eat as
so much.
much as we
Right,
used
right,
to have a really good
yeah,
lifestyle,
yeah,
and feel great.
yeah,
It's basically the basic, and when you give yourself the basic ingredients, basic protein, and you believe that that
yeah,
food is making you great,
yeah.
that's the main
That's the
thing. It's
strongest thing. Yeah,
everything starts here.
yeah, yeah,
So even
yeah.
you can be one day fasting and you feel so great. It's like, great, I'm
Absolutely.
detoxing and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
Hey, so I think we should bring this to the people, and we talk. We have you here in the show, but it looks like you can do your own thing also. So let's see what we can provide, and
thank
you
you
get
so much.
started in, yeah, involve the other people, and so I think you're going to a party. You're going home now. You're on
I'm
the.
going home.
It's late. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
a
very
little
late.
bit
Be
boring,
healthy.
but
Yes,
yes, I'm going
yeah,
home.
be healthy. So thank you very much for the conversation from
Thank you.
Tenerife here
Thank
to
you.
Portugal. You're very welcome. So we hear us very soon. We see us very soon, and then we do the next step, the second part.
Okay.
Thank you very
Speak to
much.
you
Coming to
soon.
Nightfly. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank
Have a
you.
safe trip home.
You
Thanks.
too.
Take care. Bye bye.